Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. It's another beautiful morning here in North Las Vegas. Sunday morning. That's right. Hope you guys are doing good. Um, hey, I'm glad to be here. It's about to watch some professional football here in a little bit. That's my thing on Sundays. But I wanted to get this Kino Lorber sale haul that I did out into the internet. Wanted to share with you what I picked up from Kino Lorber's recent, well, they're still doing it, the Roctober sale. It ends, I believe, October 26th. Let me show you real quick what we're talking about here. So there's the Kino sale. As you can see, looks like all kinds of good stuff in there. Look at how many pages there are. There's over 10 pages of movies available. I, of course, go for the horror stuff. So, yeah, check that out if you guys are interested. It goes until the 26th of October. And some really, really good stuff in there. So, check it out. I'll let you see what I picked up. You know me, I do the horror thing, and didn't get a whole lot because most of them I have already. That's kind of sad but cool too. Anyway, let's get this going. First one up with Gene Wilder, Gilda Radner, and Dom DeLuise in Haunted Honeymoon. Haunted Honeymoon, baby. That's right. PG. 1986, 82 minutes long. Horror comedy. Gets middle of the road reviews. Of course, this unfortunately was Gilda Radner's last movie before she passed away. Loved her. She was just a really, really good comedian, I thought. Let me know down below what you guys thought of Gilda. Anyway, this film's kind of it gives me the young Frankenstein vibe kind of thing. I suspect that's what it's most like. I have not watched this in a long, long time. Probably back in the early 90s when I saw it last. But I didn't have it, so good cheesy fun. Over the top kind of craziness. So there you go. Haunted Honeymoon. An amiable, kinky blend of hijinks and horror that'll leave you howling with laughter. Let's see. At the mansion of his great-aunt Kate, Larry is undergoing a psychological procedure designed to rid him of his irrational phobias by frightening them right out of him. But the jolts and frights may turn out to be the least of his problems when Kate names him her sole heir. Suddenly, the entire family seems a little too vigorous in participating in his therapy, leading Larry to believe that one of his jealous kin may be murderous and that another may be a werewolf. There you go. So if you've seen any of these, you have any comments about them, please feel free to leave them down in the comment area. Built to serve man, it could think 1,000 times faster, move 1,000 times faster, kill 1,000 times faster. Then suddenly it became a Frankenstein of steel. Gog. That's right, Gog. Gog is from 1954, 85 minutes, not rated, sci-fi horror, kind of a horror drama, I would say. What's cool about it was it actually filmed on a real Air Force base, from what I understand. Let's see. It's newly restored in HD and 3D. Oh, it's in 3D. Joe Martinez, do you have this in your collection? I bet you do. Let's see. In a remote underground research laboratory, two scientists engaged in space travel research are frozen to death in a cold chamber when their instruments comes under control of an unknown power. A secret agent, Dr. David Shepard, arrives at the secret space research base, home of 2 experimental robots, to investigate the possible sabotage. Early in his investigation, Shepard finds that the underground laboratory under the control of the supercomputer Novak and experimental robots Gog and Magog. So there you go. Looks fun to me. I've not seen this one. Let me know if you guys have ever seen this thing. Looks pretty cool. Gog. Hey, how about a zombie movie? All right. Miss Zombie, to be exact. Miss Zombie. A film by Sabu. It's in the Kino Lorber Redemption series. Basically, Redemption is a I don't want to say they Euro horror, Euro stuff. They're exploiting, exploiting sex, exploiting horror. They've been around since around 1993, from what I understand. But I have a bunch of the Redemption stuff. Not a big fan of it, but I do like. If it's got a zombie on the cover, I'm probably going to buy it. So that's why I got this. If you've seen Miss Zombie, let me know. It's from 2013, not rated, 85 minutes, and actually gets pretty good reviews. When the Teramoto family received their new domestic servant, Sarah, they were provided specific instructions. Do not feed her meat, and use the enclosed pistol to dispatch it if there is a threat of bodily harm. So begins the ultra-dark comedy by Japanese cult director Sabu. The fearful neighbors treat the disfigured servant as a monster, even as the family comes to trust and accept her. Like all good zombie movies, Miss Zombie blends humor with moments of frightening violence and holds up a mirror to society, forcing us to question who among us are the actual monsters. Miss Zombie. Alright, next up. It was the perfect weekend vacation until the nightmare began. Scream. No, this is not Wes Craven's Scream. This is R-rated, 82 minutes, from 1981. It's a slasher classic, apparently. Does not get great reviews. Scream. But I'm going to check it out. I love me some slashers. In Scream, a group of people on a rafting excursion happen upon a deserted town and decide to set up camp. Out of the blue, a murder occurs. It appears that the town is not as deserted as they originally thought. Someone out there does not want them around, and when they desperately try to escape, their rafts are destroyed. What possible hope of survival can they have now, with no chance for escape and no one around to help? Oh, no. There you go. Scream, not Wes Craven's, which I thoroughly enjoy, Wes Craven's Scream. I believe the original Wes Craven's came along about 15 years after this was put out. Next up, a double one, a double trouble one. Now, Fear No Evil and Ritual of Evil. Fear No Evil and Ritual of Evil. Hate this glare. Fear No Evil is from 1969, 98 minutes, not rated. And it gets pretty good reviews. It was a TV movie, apparently. And Ritual of Evil is the sequel to the Fear No Evil. It's from 1970, 98 minutes. And was not quite as good, evidently, as the Fear No Evil, according to folks that have apparently watched it. Not me. This double feature special edition includes a new 2K restoration of Fear No Evil and its sequel, Ritual of Evil. both starring Louis Jourdan from Gigi and Octopussy. Fear No Evil, Dr. David Sorrell, a psychiatrist specializing in occult, becomes involved in the case of a man possessed by a spirit in an antique mirror. The man's fiancée discovers that the mirror is able to bring back her former boyfriend, who had been killed in a car accident, from the dead. Oh man, alright. And in Ritual of Evil, Dr. David Sorrell investigates the death of one of his patients, a young heiress, and uncovers a cult of wealthy people who practice black magic, witchcraft, and devil worship. Sounds interesting. If you've seen these two, either of them, let me know what you thought. I can't wait to check that one out. Next up, another redemption title, a film by Jordi Gigio, Devil's Kiss. Devil's Kiss. Another exploitation film, evidently. 1976, 95 minutes, not rated. It's a Spanish horror flick. Not very good, apparently, according to the ratings. From the film Vaults of Eurocene, a mind-boggling company that brought you Zombie Lake, Crimson, and Orloff and the Invisible Man, comes this riotous French-Spanish co-production, originally titled, I'm not going to try to read that, The Perverse Caresses of Satan. When the Countess Moncorn is left destitute by the suicide of her husband, she resumes her former identity as Claire Grandier, comely, goth, and medium, whatever that is. Teaming up with Professor Gruber, a down-on-his-luck telepath, they accept an invitation from an eccentric duke to stage a seance at his candle-lit castle, as a follow-up to a funky fashion show of hilarious avant-garde wear. Impressed by Claire's command of the supernatural, the Duke invites her and Gruber to room at his chateau. Working from a dank cellar with the help of a lascivious dwarf, Claire, aided by Gruber's telepathic powers, succeeds in reanimating a pauper's mutilated corpse and sending it on a mission of revenge. But how will she control this doddering zombie? Doddering. D-O-D-D-E-R-I-N-G. I've never heard that word. Doddering zombie, should Gruber succumb to his weak heart. Devil's Kiss. I can't wait to watch it just to check out what a dondering zombie is. Next up, The Strangeness. It'll grow on you. The Strangeness. Not rated, 92 minutes from 1985. Actually gets pretty good reviews. Evidently the first scene was filmed in a real mine called the Red Rover, and sometime after they filmed this movie, real miners went back into this mine, but they went further than the film crew did, and the miners all succumbed because of poisonous gas exposure. So just imagine if the film crew had gone just a little further. Mines are not to be played with, because they do have poisonous gases occasionally. So I'm going to check this one out. The Strangeness. It'll grow on you. Bite into this rare 1980s horror film about a big and very strange stop-motion monster in a cave terrorizing and eating innocent miners. A group of young miners venture into the Gold Spike mine in search of gold, even after being warned by old-time prospectors to stay away. The miners proceed into the caverns anyway, and soon realize that there's no gold in these mines, but also that they're not alone. What they find is a horrific man-eating monster sliding through the caverns looking to fill its cavernous appetite. It's feeding time and the miners are on the menu. Sounds fun to me. All right. Next up, finally, nature unleashes its revenge. From the pollution of our nuclear waste came the killer we couldn't destroy. Hell hath no fury like Slithus. Slithus. PG, 85 minutes from 1978, a horror sci-fi. Gets middle-of-the-road reviews, and of course it's got a creature feature. Yay! Love me some creature features. Venice, California has one more far-out citizen. It's a monster born out of the radioactive sludge at the bottom of the canals. Finally, nature unleashes its revenge. From the pollution of our nuclear waste came the killer we cannot destroy. Our worst nightmares come to life with the terrifying, scaly monster, Slithus. This one sounds fun. I think I'll probably watch this one today. And the last thing I got from the Kino Lorber Roctober sale is a Bruce Willis film that I haven't watched, which is pretty amazing considering I love Bruce Willis. Color of Night. Color of Night. Apparently this is not a great film. 1994, R-rated, 140. Man, it's long. 140 minutes. It's a murder mystery. Gets middle-of-the-road reviews. This evidently was a box office flop, but sometime in 1995 it became the most rented movie, one of the top 20 most rented movies of 1995, and somehow or other I missed it. This 2-disc special edition includes both the theatrical cut and director's cut. This is a sexy murder mystery starring screen legend Bruce Willis, of course, Die Hard. Color of Night is the thrill-packed story of a psychologist haunted by the brutal murder of a friend and colleague. While hunting for the killer, he finds himself romantically entangled with a mysterious beauty who leads him through a web of passion and intrigue. Let me know if you guys have seen The Color of Night and what you thought. Alright, next up, I got a couple movies from MakeFlix. MakeFlix. You know what MakeFlix is? It's a burn-on-demand service. And the reason I don't normally get anything that's burn on demand. Generally I don't. But in this case, every Friday they've started doing a half-off sale. So these movies were $20, and I believe I got them for $9.99 or something a piece. So every Friday, if you get on their email list, you'll get a thing saying, "Hey, you can get this for half off." This last Friday, which was 2 days ago, I didn't pick it up. I wasn't at all interested in the movie, but I did pick up a couple here. So let me show you real quick. Yeah, there's MakeFlix. They're into a whole bunch of exploitation kind of things, and got a bunch of box sets apparently. Whole lot of neat stuff. And stuff that I'm not interested in. So anyway, if you're interested in that kind of thing, check it out. MakeFlix every Friday has the half off thing going. So I got something called "This Stuff Will Blow Your Mind." Ozone, evidently some kind of a drug. Ozone. From 1993, 81 minutes, not rated. It's a horror action film. And I think it's got zombies in it, or whatever this drug does creates zombie-like people. That's what I understand. So, looks interesting. While on a stakeout, hard-boiled cop Eddie Boone gets injected with a dangerous new designer drug causing nightmarish side effects. As he searches for his missing partner, Eddie discovers the urban streets full of mutants, monsters, and mayhem, orchestrated by the mastermind behind the lethal narcotic. Ozone is the shot-on-video epic Videoscope calls an exciting fast-paced action-horror hybrid that never lets up the momentum. We shall see. Ozone! Next, this is kind of a weird one. See what I did there? The Weirdsies. Weirdsies. Never heard of this thing. But it's 2015, 66 minutes, not rated. It's a comedy, and it gets pretty good reviews. So I thought, what the heck, I'll check out a comedy. I don't watch many of these things. I guess there are some horror aspects to it, but it's a comedy for those who grew up on South Park and Howard Stern, says Horror Society. Alright. This is an absurdly heartwarming and occasionally icky comedy. Seeking one final summer adventure before heading into adulthood, four geeky friends get wind of a recently deceased young man and decide to enlist his help in finally losing their virginity. Oh, God. Weirdsies. That is weird. Alright, let me know if you guys have heard of that thing. Alright, so I did pick up a few things from Amazon also. Let me get this sticker off here. Alright, here we go. So, one I watched on Friday, The Hand, R-rated, 1981, 104 minutes, a horror drama put out by Scream Factory. As you can see there, Scream Factory. Gets pretty good reviews. It has had Michael Caine in it. It was directed and written by Oliver Stone. Yes, that Oliver Stone. I enjoyed it. I recommend this. If you guys haven't seen The Hand, it's pretty darn cool. Oh, it's got some alternate art back in there too. Anyway, dude gets his hand, he's an artist, gets his hand cut off. A gifted cartoonist, life comes apart at the seams when his drawing hand is accidentally severed. Slowly, painfully, he tries to adjust. But a terrifying evil creeps into his consciousness, and one by one the people who stand in his way begin to die. Stone called for more than 30 different hands to be designed, all used in different and fantastically horrific ways. Kind of creepy. If you haven't seen this, I suggest checking that one out. Next up, I got these last two are obviously comedies, but I really enjoy Abbott and Costello, so I thought, what the heck, I'm going to pick up this 4-movie set here of Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters. Abbott and Costello, the classic comedy team, meet the classic monsters. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, that's an hour and 23 minutes. Abbott and Costello meet the Invisible Man, an hour and 23 minutes. Abbott and Costello meet Jekyll and Hyde, 1 hour and 17 minutes. And Abbott and Costello meet the Mummy, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Also has some bonus features. Abbott and Costello meet the Monsters, a behind-the-scenes look at the duo's popular series of films as they meet up with Frankenstein, Dracula, and Wolfman. Yeah, I believe I've seen at least the Frankenstein one, but I have not seen the others, so I'm intrigued. Can't wait to check this out. Comedy meets horror when the screen's funniest duo, Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, encounter Universal's classic monsters in the Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters collection. In 1948, Universal Pictures paired its most popular comedy team with its hugely successful monsters, launching an entirely new genre. These four outrageously funny films find Bud and Lou meeting Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man. Love it. Love it. Little monsters meeting the comedy team. And here, this is the last movie I'm going to show you today. Picked up from Amazon also for very inexpensive. 5 classic movies. Universal presents, the Don Knotts Comedy Collection. I love me some Don Knotts. I really do. I really. Back in, I guess it was 1965, 66, Don Knotts got a contract with Universal to do 5 films, and he did them all in a row, starting in 1966 and running through 1971, I guess. And the light just weird. Anyway, Don Knotts, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, 1966. I loved that one. I've seen that one. That's a really good one. The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. The Reluctant Astronaut from 1967. The Shakiest Gun in the West from 1968. The Love God. I've not seen that one, from 1969. And How to Frame a Fig, 1971. You know Don Knotts. He's always scared to death and scared of everything. So I can't wait to watch the. I've not seen. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I've seen The Ghost of Mr. Chicken and The Reluctant Astronaut. I don't think I've seen the other 3. I may have seen The Shakiest Gun in the West, but I don't remember it. So anyway, get ready for big laughs, with one of the most popular and beloved funny men of all time in the Don Knotts Comedy Collection. After catapulting to national fame as the often impossible but ever lovable Deputy Barney Fife on the TV's Andy Griffith Show, and before winning audiences over as wacky landlord Ralph Furley on Three's Company, Knotts conquered the silver screen in a series of unforgettable feature films showcasing his incredible comic timing and physical humor. He finds himself in one outrageous situation after another. If you haven't seen these, you ought to check them out. I mean, if you're into comedy and you like Don Knotts, good stuff. So there you go, guys. That's it. That's it from the old Geriatric Geek. Stay tuned. My next video, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Going to be a good one, and it's going to be a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. If you like these videos and want to see more of them, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Please help the old fart out, would you? Anyway, that's it from North Las Vegas. You guys keep smiling, keep having fun, keep the positive attitude about you. Until next time, peace.